Hello, my name is Aaron Palmer. Oh, Aaron Palmer. Today, welcome to my MG. Let's get started. Today, we're going to be talking about a game called Tunic, which I consider to be like a adventure game in its purest form. As a game from Andrew Shoedice. Cool guy. First part of MG, the mechanics. The mechanics of this game, I say, are in two parts. The first part is the player character that you control and view the world through. The controls I say are a mixture of two things. One, standard Zelda stuff, as Zelda was an inspiration. So you have things like focusing like a lock-on system, movement, of course, that's always important. Buttons, inventory, you can hold three items, usually your shield, I mean your sword. Shield's a separate button, as you can see. And then it also has elements some of the Dark Souls, like a roll with invincibility, limited potions, and stuff. A mechanic and something that you wouldn't consider a mechanic at first, but becomes very essential throughout the game is pages that you collect, manual pages, which I consider the narrator, as you're basically learning through the manual about the game, because the game drops you off in the middle of nowhere, you don't know anything. So collecting pages either reveals the map, and your player character actually echo what we have a little beacon depending on where you are, or important game mechanics that the game, like I said, will never tell you, which practically, like I said, makes the manual pretty much an essential tool when figuring this game out first experience. And when you combine these two things together, the gameplay kind of comes in two parts. The first part is the exploration part, the adventure part. You're going around trying to find items, key essential parts like a sword to remove shrubs that you otherwise could not get through, or a shield to get through enemies that will otherwise kill you. Exploring things, sometimes like grinding or finding items to help you level up, basically just progress, make yourself stronger, with all the secrets involved, and finding manual pages to help you find more secrets about what's going on. I feel like there's a little ding here about the fact that Shudai said about part of it saving the game's content. I feel like there's when the game feels like it has more, something the best because you feel like there's always more to find in this game. First experience around, like I said, of course. Oh, even in like progressive experiences. And then the second part of the game, once you feel like you've explored and you got enough stuff, you delve into dungeons. Delve into dungeons that the game has. You conquer bosses. Uh, guarding, sorry, bell tower, which this little that opens this little door that the game tells you right away is very important, and it's your main way you know that you're progressing through the game. Standard Zelda stuff. Made a little flow chart right here. I think explains everything I said perfectly. I mean, you start here. What am I doing? Exploring, find the regress. I'm looking for the next bell tower. All right, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna find an unexplored area. I'll find a dungeon. If I can't progress, backtrack. I might get lost. Backtrack, find an unexplored area, find the dungeon, conquer it, reach or hit the bell tower, leave, and repeat until the game's done. We're finding a key item, of course. Sorry, forgot that part. Then the last part is the experience. When you combine the mechanics and then like the gameplay part, I feel like the experience comes in three parts. One, of course, loss, as which is that's like a little consequence. The player is going to feel lost, and considering the fact that the game never tells you which bell tower to go to, the player will feel like, "What am I doing? Where am I supposed to go?" But then I think like a consequence, but then as a intended consequence, you feel a sense of adventure, exploring, figuring out, and like breaking down where to go. And there's a little bit of like, well, what do you say, like achievement to yourself in a way when you finally click together what you're doing, finally click together and get like progress going. It's this real sense of adventure. Like I said, the game not telling you, not saying anything, and being very cryptic means you're kind of piecing together this little story, and because the game's story is very cryptic, there's multiple ways to interpret it. So the players sometimes gonna feel like they're just conquering or figuring out the story by themselves, maybe making it up, and which I believe is a thing the developer Andrew wanted you to do because, oh, this is a cryptic game, and that's MG. That pretty much means that's all. Uh, I guess to end it off here, here's a little thing Andrew was talking about how it surprised him that the game was actually successful. I just like this quote, that's why I put it here. I got this giant pile of sand. I don't know if it's good, and it's just because a matter of finishing it, which I think remedies a lot of ways indie developers feel about their games. Uh, this is a video from Shaq News. You can find it. Anyways, that's all. See ya.